那个说吧，跟他啥也没看，那就给你提交了，好不好？
看得见屏幕不？看了这个腾讯课堂能看见吗？看见我的屏幕吗？5个人进来了啊！可以看到屏幕啊？都是我们老师啊，只有一个学生。詹姆斯。Please join the Python class. Do you have cell phone? Join. No cell phone. Okay, you can sit here. Other guys not here. Okay. Join the online class.
能冠军。
怎么样，小主任？什么时候开始
？Only 2 students here.
等一下吧，他这个都没有。
How about other students on way?
关键是要上，他得上线，他也不在的咋办？他要在到网上进来就可以了。哎呀，这我来找一找。
但是可以回放吧，对不对？
可以，应该可以。我看一下啊，之前应该是有啊。再出一下，上次那个我check 一下。你放在哪上的？那我就不放了。review 对 review， review again。
要不要把这个灯关？
看完了见没有？
其实我感觉，像这个 PK 这个的话，杨老师或者肖老师，你都可以做一个这个网上的课程，就大家都可以留下声音，是不是？
这里。
这已经13页了，国内的都是中文了，还没看懂。
Okay, be quick.
放在我们这边，然后是麦奇。对呀，所以英文的才麦奇。不用会说。
没有。来，开始。Okay. Nice to see you again. We will continue with our graduation design. Last time we have started about how to just create a standard layer and how to just create the members and how to input the node. Today we will continue. And when we restart the work, we just find the file. Okay, you can just learn. Yeah, then you can check the review, the review video, review it. Okay. When we just restart the work, we just click here and also choose the first menu. Choose the menu stand for means the structure. Then we double click it. Now here, this is the work we built, we made last time. We have finished several. There is the layer, standard layer that we have built last time. We have built 3 layers. One is this one. You can just check. One layer. This is the one layer, and you can magnify it and to check the dimensions whether it's right. Every beams, every columns to check whether it's okay. And you can check the other one, the same, and also the third one. And then we can click here. This different menus. This is the members. This is the plate, and this is node. And this is layers. You can check every aspect separately. Suppose after we have just checked all the, if you want to modify, you can just click here. When we choose this menu, then here we can modify the beam, the columns, and other members. In our design, we only have beams and columns here. So suppose we found some mistake. Suppose this one is mistake, we can just click here. Then we choose a right. Suppose we choose a right dimension. Then click here to change it, to modify it. That's the way. The same is our clones. If you want to change some clone, you can choose the right dimension, then click the location, then to change the dimensions. Okay. When all this is okay, we can just check the page. We can click here. When you choose plate, then here is the second one is to modify the depth of the plate. We can click here. If you click here, you can see every plate depth has been shown here. Then if there are something wrong with the depth, you can just input here, input the right value, then to click the plate you want to modify. That's the way. Okay. And this is the node, to check the node. This is the data node. for plate, for beams, for columns, and other members. This is the live load. This is live load. Also plate, beams, walls, columns. And suppose we just click here, we can check whether the dead load on every plate is okay, is right. And click here to check whether live load is right. All things is right. We go next step. We check the beams. Where are the beams? Okay. I change sand layer. The first layer. Suppose this is the first layer. We check the plate. The plate node. Okay. This 2-8 is because this is stairs. This is stairs here. So this load will be different with others. And we also check the live load. Okay. And the corridor here is different from other rooms, and load in the stairs is different. Okay, it's all right. Then we check the beams. You can see here the beams. Every if only there is a wall, there must be a beam node along the beams. And we can just calculate the exactly value by calculating the wall. This node will also belong to the dead node because it's the self weight of the walls, and we can check the self weight of the wall. Then we change it to just a linear load. And for example, this is the first stand layer, and the third stand layer is this is the roof layer. So the load distribution will be different with other layers. Firstly, the dead load of the plate will be different, and the live load also different, but it's all the same. Because it's the function of every plate is the same, and the live load and the dead node, the beam node is different because we know there will be the how to say parapet. I don't know. Maybe let me check whether it's pronounced parapet. Yeah, parapet. I have checked the word. Parapet, that means the short enclosure wall just on top of the buildings along the outside walls. We always have this kind of short walls around our buildings. So there must be a beam node here. And the value will be different with other walls in other layers. Okay, after all the wall check is okay, we go to what? We go to this menu, and this menu is to compose all the buildings because we have built every standard layers, and next step we need to compose them together to make a whole total building structure. And here the first one is to design some to input some designing parameters. The first one is about the structure type. We don't need to change it. The default one is the frame structure, is the same as what we designed, and the materials, concrete structure, we don't need to change it anymore. And this always we don't need to change, just use the default value is okay. And the third one is the material information. We don't need to change it anymore. But here is the information for the seismic node. There will be different, especially this one. It depends on the location of your building, depending on location. Suppose, for example, if it's in Wuhan, we always choose 6 or choose 7. And this others you don't need to change anymore. And here, this one to input ask you the default value is not this 15. Maybe it's just 0. The default value. You need to input a certain value for this choice because for this blank. And how to input that? This is the numbers of the vibration modes you need to input. You need to calculate just the structure and the seismic load. It will just vibration and different modes of vibration, and how many vibrations we need to calculate. It depends on the layers of your buildings. Suppose you are a five layers building or 6 layers building, you just calculate 3 times of your layers, total layers. Suppose my project is a 5 layers buildings. Then here I input what? I 3 times 5. Here I input 15. It's okay. If you are 6, you input here 18. If you are 4 floors, then you just input 12. It's okay. 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 And here this is the duction coefficient. About the structural period, fundamental period. And for frame structure, the default one maybe is 1. The default value maybe is 1. And for our frame structure, you should just input. Commonly we input as 0.85 here. Okay, this is all the information for the seismic node. And about the wind node, for the wind node, here is the basic wind pressure, and it depends on the cities, the locations of your buildings. For example, in Wuhan, the basic wind pressure is 0.5. Okay, please. This one. Please loud. I can't hear. This one? You mean this one? All of them? Oh yeah. You only need to decide this one. This one depends on the cities, the locations of your project. Suppose in just Wuhan, we use 7 or 6. It's okay. Sometimes if you just in Beijing, maybe it's 8. That depends on the place. Okay, and others, and others, this will be, and this will be depends on your what? Maybe it's also 7 or 6. Okay, and this, I just forget to introduce this one, and this is your grade seismic degree, seismic level to design your frame structure. Mostly we use 3 degree, 3 or 4 or 4. If you are 6, here is 6. Mostly here is just a 4. If here is 7, sometimes there will be 3. Okay, and okay, any problem? Okay, next. This is the what? Which one? The last number. This one. 51. I have said before. Yeah. Okay. I will pardon. I will tell you again. It depends on the layers, the numbers of your layers, building layers. If it's just a 5 floors buildings, you times 3. Okay. If you are 6 floor buildings, you times 3. The same. Okay. Then you get the number, get the value. Okay. Pay attention. Then we will just introduce the wind load. And this is the basic wind pressure. It depends on the cities, also the cities. For example, in Wuhan is 0.35. Maybe near the cities near the seashore, such as some Guangzhou like that. The wind pressure will be higher. Okay. And the second one is this one, A, B, C, D. How to choose? A means that the building place is located just near the sea, in the seashore or in the island. There will be higher wind. The wind pressure will be higher. And B means the building the building located in some countryside with a little with a few buildings. And C means in the cities, in the downtown. And D means in not only in downtown but also with a lot of high buildings around it. So mostly we just choose C. Here we choose C. And other we don't need to change. And this one is the information for the reinforcement. We don't need to change it anymore. Okay, then after that we click the confirm button. Now here we finish the design parameter. Then here is the information for the total building. Okay, we don't need to change anymore. The third menu is very important here. That means we need to compose our buildings, our structures. Here is the different ways. This is because this is I have just composed, but you can just recompose them again. This is the first one. The first list is the numbers of the layer you want to copy, and here is the this is the 3 standard layers you have created. How many layers you created? There will be display all the layers you have created before. Because in this model I have created 3 standard layers before, so it disappears here 3. But I only use 2. If you have built many layers and some layers you don't need, it doesn't matter. You don't need to compose them. You just compose the layers you want. It's okay. So here I choose the first layer to compose the one. Suppose in this project it's 5 floors buildings, and the first to the 4th floors is the same. I all use the first standard building, so I choose it, and the numbers I need to copy this layer is 4, because 1, 2, 4 is the same. So you give just the height of this layer. Every layer you give height. Sometimes it's 3,000 or 3,300. It depends on your architectural design. Suppose here every layer is the same, is 3,300. Then I just click this one to add them to my structure. You can see when I click here, it will appear 4 floors here. 4 floors here. Okay, then the 5th floor I use the third standard layers, and I use 1 number of the layers. Then add it. Okay. This is the result of my composition of the building structures. There are totally 5 layers here, and 1, 2, 4 layers is the same. They all use the first standard layer, and the 5th layer is the roof layer, roof structure layers, and it uses the 3rd layers. Here I haven't used the second one. That means you can build some layers, but you can just choose several of them to use in your structure. Okay, what more?
In the layers that you build, all the numbers are of the same height, right?
You mean this one?
Yeah.
Yes, I have just include the same height of layers, but you can. But it depends on your architectural design. If you are different, you can just import. Suppose this one, I just okay. I suppose the first one is my first layer is 3. Okay, I add it, right? The first layer, and the second layer is 3 sand, and there are 3 numbers. I add them. You can see these 3. The layer height is different. And top one, I add it. You can see here, you can change it. It depends on your architecture design, okay? Then, after you have composed all your buildings, you click the confirm, the yes, the Y, confirm button, okay? Then here you can see, you click this menu. Click ensure. You can choose how these layers just compose together. And
On the first floor, the second floor, what if the architecture drawing
What?
shows that, but from the first floor,
yeah.
what if the architecture drawing doesn't show that on that column there's a column, but on the second floor it's not?
I don't know what you mean. I can't hear very clearly.
他说底层和上面层的高边，我们是测到那个基础的底边，
Yes.
高一点。
Yes, the height is different. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking here, right?
Yeah.
If on the architecture drawing it doesn't show that you have a column here, but from here you have a column up to the last floor.
What?
This column, right?
Yeah. Yes, you got it. Yeah.
In the architecture drawing, it shows that there's no column on the first floor.
Why? Oh, that you mean you have not designed a clone here?
Yes, but
That's not a good design.
Okay.
Not a good design.
all right.
It's very dangerous. Yes, you can just if here you lack height room. If here on the top floor this color you don't set a clone, it's okay. But if the bottom floor you'd better set a clone. It's because all the software need a member to bear, right? So here you must set here, okay? That's not a good design. So you'd better just design all the clones from the top to the bottom. It's the best one, okay? Best choice. Then this is the final result of our structural composition, and you can rotate it to check. How to rotate it? Just press the control button in your keyboard. Press and hold on. Don't move. Then use here to move. To roll here to magnify it, and use here to move. Oh, sorry. Okay. Wait a moment. Something wrong. Huh? It can't rotate. Okay, it's okay. Then after that we have just finished our composition of the structure, totally structure. Then we can you can check, or you can just go next step. We go this step. This is the pre-treatment and calculation. We click here. Then it's just click save. Okay, then click confirm. Confirm is okay. Yes, confirm is okay. Then it will just calculate the load to transform the load from top to the bottom, and automatically calculate the node transform from the beam to the column, from the plate to the beam to the column. It will calculate automatically. So, and after that, after you finish, then you can click here in this menu. You can click here to define some parameters. Yes, some they are mainly just information, but we don't need to. If you want, you can just accept the default one is okay. Now here is the check of the node. Check of node. Click here to check the node. Whether the node is right. Whether the node is right. Here is the for every plate, dead node and leave node, and this value is separate of the plate. Separate of the plate. And here you can check the beam node. Beam node where is right. Right. And here you can choose next. Here you can see this is the first one. First layers load, and when you click here, it is sorry. What's wrong? There's something wrong. Oh no, upward. You can check every layers because the total layer is 5 layers, so you can check all the layers to check. Okay. And then okay. After all the check, you can here you can see move to the this one, the next the last menu to calculate. This is the calculate. To click here to calculate. It will calculate all the load for you automatically. And wait for its finish. Okay, it appeared. This program, this picture appear. This is its reinforcement for the first layer. Yes, the fifth layer. Okay. You can check to change it. Click here to change it. Suppose we want to check the first layer. You can see. This is for the beams reinforcement, and this is for the column reinforcement. Suppose as this beam, okay, we choose this beam, and this is the reinforcement longitudinal bars area that you need to set. This is the calculation, the required reinforcement area, and that means for this beam in the middle span, it's you must the reinforcement. The minimal reinforcement area is 7, and the unit is square centimeter. That means it's 700 square millimeter. And this Q3 is the this section in the bottom of the beam, the required reinforcement. And the upper one, this Q is at the end of the beam. At the end of beam, on the top of beam section, you need to set at least 3 square centimeter steel bars. And this G instead means the steel means the steel, and this is steel, the area of the steel. 这是平方厘米啊，平方厘米单位啊，所以说 square centimeter 嘛，毫米是 millimeter 嘛。And this is all the 平方毫米，and this is the reinforcement required for beams. And for these clones, it's the same. And this is the suppose that this one Q means the minimal required area for single steel bars in the corner. Single steel bar. The unit is always also square centimeter. And this 7 means the totally reinforcement area for one side. And this 7 is for this side. And this two side is the same. Okay. And if there is no red word means some members has over reinforced. If there is no red word, that means it's okay. All the member calculation design is okay. You can go to check the next layer and or no red numbers. It's okay. So the reinforcement design is finished here. This is the calculation. It's finished here, and we can check from this is we can see before we click this pre-treatment menu, but after its calculation, it just jump to the next menu automatically, and this menu means the result, and it shows the reinforcement. Then here we can click the first one. It's the simple picture for the members numbers. Every members it gives the numbers for beams, for the clones, and its dimension. This picture will show all this kind of dimension information. Then we can click here. The next one. This is to show the vibration modes for the. Suppose we can double click here. The first we can see check the first kind of mood is this way. Is just the deformed along one direction, and we can click doubly click the second mode is another way to vibration, and click the third one, it will rotate. And this is vibration you can check. In our structure design, we required the first two kinds of vibration modes must be one way or along X or along Y. We don't allow the rotation modes appeared in the first two modes. Okay, then we can check the just in different node is deformation check, and such kind of this is, and the fourth one is the deflection, the maximum deflection of our beams. We can check. No red number means it's okay. All the members have passed the calculation, can meet the deformation requirements. If there's any beams that cannot, the deflection is too big, that cannot meet the requirement in Chinese code, and this number will be red color. No red color, that means all things okay. And this is the clones. Clones means the external force to the concrete strength plus times its section area. That means the bearing capacity, external force to the bearing capacity of the clone will get this number. Also the same. No red is okay. No red number means okay. We can say here, we take any one of the clones as an example. We can see here, 0.37 means the actually ratio of this column, and is smaller than the next one. 0.85 is the alone ratio value that provided by the Chinese code, That means the maximum value is alone value is this one, and if you calculated result is smaller than this one, that means the columns is okay, meets the requirement. And we can check the third one. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The eighth menu is the reinforcement. Okay. And then here we can just check. After we check the first layer, we can check another layer. You can see here the change of the layer number. 3, 4. If all is okay, no red is okay, then we go to next step. That means we can design the really steel bus according to these calculation values. Okay, and also in the result, here we move to this one, this menu. This menu means the result that in the just the output by text. That can be used if you want to get your calculation book or calculation file. You can put it, click here. When we click here, oh no, sorry, it's just no, sorry. We move the our just mouse here, scissors here. You can hear. There are sorry. There are. We can choose. Sorry. We can choose English version. The last one is the English text. When we click here, then it will create English. This is all English. Wait a moment, and you just move to here to create a Word file about the calculation, the total calculation process. You just click here, then click yes. Then it will create the text of calculation automatically, and in a Chinese version, or in an English version, because you choose an English version. Okay, then my Word had opened. You can see here. This is the calculation process document, and you can just here. You change your project number, change your project name as your really and your name and person in charge, your tutor's name, and checker. Yourself or some classmates who check your calculation, and the date. You can input this to change this one, this text. Then here you can see all the content, all the calculation process automatically created. It's the same. When you handling your designing materials, you must hand in this file. You print it and then hand in, and also the Word version, and the printed one. We all need, and this is about 34 pages file. This is your for your just calculation process. Okay. After that, we have finished our calculation, and next we need to what? To join the to draw the pictures, right? So here we go to what? Go to this menu. This menu is the construction drawing. Here is the template, beams, columns, and plates. We first click the templates. Okay. And we just confirm the default choice is okay. Then, this is not, this is it's the same. Okay, this is the template. What the template? Then we can add some add the axis lines. We can use the automatically or just in reactive method. Suppose we choose the first one, then you can choose all the. This you can click. That means where to add the axis lines. If you click all the choice, that means right, left, up, and down, or we will draw the axis lines. Then we click yes. Here you can see it just create the axis lines and the dimensions automatically. Okay. Then we can save it. This is for the fifth floor or for the fifth. Then we can change. Next step. This for the first floor. Then we can floor by floors to finish the drawing. Then automatically. Then every floors we have finished the template drawing. Okay. Next. Okay, there's no automatically. Next. Five, four. Okay, after you have finished all the floors, you can check it. Every floors have add the axis lines. Okay, we can go to the next step. This is the template. This is for beams. Okay. And also we can see the. Okay, wait a moment. This is the detailing drawing. I don't know where I click. This yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. In this template drawing, we can just join the section detailing pictures. I click here, then I choose one. Click confirm, then I can join just a section. And the same is for the clone here. Okay, we will draw the detailing picture later. Then we go to the beam. In the beam, we can see here. We have just if we click to draw a new picture. This is the new picture. Then it's okay. You don't need to do anything. You just every floor you can draw. Oh, okay, we have finished it. In the template, we have finished the join. Okay. Then we can go to the clone. This is the clone. We can draw layer by layer. Suppose we draw the first layer, then this is clone. This is clone. Okay. Then here is all the clones. Is the same. So it's give the same number. Same number. It's the same. This is the clone's dimension and its reinforcement. Okay. Then we go to the plate. Plate we use. The first is to give the specify the calculation parameter. You can just use the default value. You don't need to do any change here. You click here to draw a new picture. Then, okay, this is the original picture. The software will provide to you. This is the original. Then you need to do what? You need to specify the boundary of the edge of every plate. You click here. This is to show its default boundary by the software, and this kind of means the fixed boundary. It's a fixed spot here, and this kind of lines means here the plate is simply supported. That means in this place there will be bending moment here, but in this edge, in this boundary, there will without any bending moment here. Bending moment is 0. There will be bending moment. So you need to design the reinforcement according to the bending moment, and the bending moment is negative bending moment, and in the middle, in the center part, is the positive bending moment. Here. So if it's okay, you can just check every layer. Okay, to change every layer. Okay, the boundary is okay. Then we begin to design the first layer. Here you can choose a layer. First layer, then click here. This is calculation. That means the design of the plate. It will just calculation separately from before. We click here calculation. Then this is the result. No red numbers means it's okay. No red numbers means the result is okay. And this in the middle is the reinforcement area for the bottom on the bottom of the plate, and these numbers are on the top face of the plate. Then you can, after this is the calculation result, then you can go to here. This menu is to join the construction picture. Then we go to here to place the reinforcement. There are different ways to place, but the easiest one is the first button to automatically design or to place all the reinforcement by the software itself. So we click here, you can see it just create all the reinforcement here. It's very easy. And the next, okay, it has been. Then just for this one, calculate, then click. Next one, calculate, then click, then place all the. Then layer by layer, you finished all the plate design. Okay. Okay, then we have finished the join, construction for the beams. Finish the construction join for the clones, and we go to the plate here. Okay. and all the plate. Then we finish the construction drawing. Then we close it. We exist this one. Then we can go to this because in the interface of the this Windows, we just choose this the first one, and we go to what? Go to this one, the last one, TCAD. That's to edit because all the drawings we have created the files. The file is different from CAD file. You need to change the files in PKPM to a CAD file. Then so you go to this here, click here, then the first one, double click. Then in a join operation window. Here we can just open. Let me see. There are where is the transformation? Okay, suppose we open the files, join files that we just created just now. Open here. It will go to what? Go to you will find your folder. My folder is here. Graduation design. Double click it. Then to find this one. This Chinese word means the construction drawings are all in this folder. Double click it. Then there you can see some files. Beams 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the beams drawing for every floor we created just now. And next is the clones 1, 2, 3, 4. The clones for the 5 layers just now. And this PM 1, 2, 3, 4 is the plate joints just now. So such as we transform the beams here and open it. This is the joints we just created, and if we can transform these files to a CAD files here, use this. How to change? I just found. Wait a moment. I need to find. I can't. Transform. 等一下，哪个？这个。不是 this. Let me see. Transform. Where is it? Transform. Maybe this one. Let me try it. No. Oh, sorry. 对。它有个转换，有个 T 转 DWG 的。哎，这个东西好讨厌的。Oh, here. Yeah, it's menu. In this menu, tools, then we click it, we can see. Then the first one and the second one is all the T transform to DWG. DWG is a CAD file. So we can, suppose we click the first one. Oh, there is. 关掉了是吧？
对，它没有，它只有语音上课。
是我刚刚因为找不到这个，我把它关了一下。等一下。我的那个界面呢？不见了，找不到了。 这里。可以了吧？看一下。OK 啊。哎，又是挡着了，好烦啊！缩小一点，缩小一点。好 ，Here choose the first one。是否保存了 ？Yes。用于保存，确定，确实。生成 DWG， 这么麻烦，应该有个简单的，有个批量转换的。批转，那就批这个这个。Oh yes, here we click the second one. P to DWG. Then we can choose. Because if it's not the right folders, you must specify the right folders by yourself. Suppose this is my folders, and I go to this folder, construction join. Then here is all the beams. Suppose I choose all the 5-1. I use the shift, press shift, use the shift and choose it. I choose all the 5 beams, then click open. Then it will change all the P join to DW join. And how can we know whether I have changed it? We can go to the folder. Go to the folder. Okay. Where's my folder? Here. You go to this folder. Now you find this construction join folder. You can see here. This kind of one. This kind of file is the T file, and this kind of file is the CAD file. So we can use this. Double click it, or just open. You use your CAD to click it, open it. Then you can use our CAD. Then we can do our change. We can just to modify it or to put it into in a join, such and to put them together. This is the way we finish. Also, we can change the just the columns. Okay. Suppose we change our columns here. Then say the same. We change PM. PM is the plate design. Okay, I have changed it. Found it plate. PM1. Okay, we can see here is the design reinforcement of our PM. And sometimes maybe you forget to add the axis joints. Then you can here you can use CAD. You can just copy this as a file to this picture. It's okay. Thus we need to do some modification with our picture used by CAD. That's all the way. Then we have the pictures, and we have the text files. Then you just handing the pictures and handing the text files. You finish your design. Okay, that's all. Any problem? Okay.
Any questions? Just make sure you learn the
我这个学员来的，有点早一些。OK，但是你给学员。 在文件里面找吗？
Not just show us in your classroom, maybe do it by others. So we must know. Do it. Not just the report. And sometimes we must must be maybe longer because credit students is a lot of early.